Hello and welcome to Thailand's Alive at 45. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and follow for more great holiday videos.
Welcome back. Now, I'm in the pool at the Aurora Resort Khao Yai, and what a great place this is. It's in a valley. Up behind me you have the Khao Yai National Park, which you have to pay to get in, but it's a easy spot. And Khao Yai, which is near Pak Chong, okay, it's 27 kilometers from Pak Chong. So the road to Pak Chong for me ended at what is called the Lotus, just outside Pak Chong, and then a friend who lives in Khao Yai picked me up, and I then decided to stay at the Aurora Resort. Beautiful place, lovely staff. What I found that I've stopped being in Khao Yai, Prang. I am now a holiday maker, which is a totally different sort of title and way that I'm viewed by the people here. I mean, this is Thailand's hinterland. It's local Thai people, and it is a completely different atmosphere from the coast. 100% completely different atmosphere. Yeah, I love it. Pattaya and all its trappings is wonderful, yeah. And you could easily spend your whole life there, enjoying all the vices and what are on offer. All the vices of central Pattaya and all the family atmosphere of Jomtien. But I've never before, I mean, this is my 5th time in Thailand, and never before have I experienced the peace and tranquility of this place, Khao Yai, near Pak Chong, which is in the Thailand interior. Quite something. I'm going to catch up with you all a bit later, and I'll show you the room I got. I mean, 25 quid a night. You can't go wrong. It's unbelievable. Okay, so here's the lowdown. This room was booked by myself at booking.com. It's at the Aurora Resort, which is at Khao Yai near Pak Chong. It's 27 kilometers from Pak Chong, which is 2 hours from Bangkok. And what a wonderful room it is. I mean, you're talking £25 a night, which is about, I don't know, $30, 25 quid a night. As I said, it's reassuringly corporate. The fittings are good. It's got laminate flooring. It's got a homely but corporate feel. So it's down in Pattaya, it was tiles. I mean, I'm okay with tiles, but laminate flooring, I think it's a nice touch. And it's spacious. As usual, it's en suite. It's got a wonderful television with multi-channels. In fact, it's the same television as I've got at home. And this one, you get a sofa with it, so you don't have to sit on your bed, which when you come in, you wear sandals all the time or flip-flops here. So you've got dirty feet, and I'm constantly putting a towel on the bed not to get my dirty feet on the sheets. And so lovely. You've got this sofa you can park up on. As always, there's a fridge. And then there's a dressing area with a mirror, but I've got my suitcase on it, and you get a wardrobe. Bathroom is en suite. I'll just put the light on for you. As usual, it's an en suite bathroom, and absolutely top notch. I mean, you can have a bath in this one. It's not just a wet room. So bathroom, toilet, basin, everything's there. And then you go out through the door, which I'm going to take you out through in a minute, and you go on to the sort of shared communal area. Obviously the pool is not your own pool, that's a communal area too. Have a look at that. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's well presented. I mean, I watched these, for those of you in the UK, I'm a big fan of Hotel Inspector Alex Polizzi, yeah. And I think she would find this okay, this room. What she looks for on there, I've been looking for myself. As I'm watching these programs, I even start looking at the artwork on the wall. So a little bit of corporate artwork there, which is good. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but on the other side, it's not tacky. It's just right for this type of room. It goes with the corporate feel to it. So please visit Khao Yai and the National Park. The room is something else. I mean, stayed in Ibis in Bangkok a couple of times. I just booked
2 nights there before the flight to go home. And I've stayed in the Ibis at Hamburg in Germany, what the Germans call Hamburg. This is comparable. In fact, for the money, it's a bit better than the Ibis. You've got more room in this one. The aircon's a bit better because the aircon in the Ibis is all right, but you start feeling cold after a while. But the Ibis, I'm not going to run it down at all because that is corporately reassuring. We're always in the centre of town. They'll pay a little bit more, but you know what you're going to get, and it gives confidence visiting any foreign country, staying in an Ibis. So I'm not going to run them down by any means because they are good. But this is comparable with Ibis. If you come here to the Aurora Resort, which is at Khao Yai. Now, the room is like a series of chalets in a 2-story building. Beautiful. I mean, you've got these lovely, cool looking sort of cloisters in a way. Rooms are serviced and they work on a system where you have a key to let you in the door. And then what happens is you put a card in a sort of receptacle, and then that puts all the electrics on. It's always a good sign in all the places I've stayed over the years when you have that card and it goes in that socket thing and it puts all the electrics on, because this is where the big corporate boys, that's the way they have their electrics, and anywhere that has that is good. So please take a look around behind me. Here's the accommodation at the Aurora Resort. And then you've got these beautiful, I mean, I don't know if they're hills, mountains, whatever in the background. Bit of a breeze this afternoon. I've got a baseball hat on now. I should have my floppy hat on really, but I haven't. I should be okay, but like I said, I've got a hat on. So we're just going to walk down through the grounds. I mean, you can see now each side they've got these sort of chalet type arrangements, all right. This is not comparable with chalets you get on the coast at home. The weather's better, and these rooms for, like I said, £25 a night. I mean, the management of the corporation that owns these 4 parks are currently renovating part of it. So this is where I'm staying, and this is where, if you come here, more than likely you will stay. And I'll take you up round the grounds of this part of it another time. But like I said, the actual company that owns this are currently renovating the park, which will make the place even better as time goes on. Now behind me is one of Aurora's resort parks villas. Now I've got to say it, if I was what they call Taipan in Hong Kong, which is wealthy, I would be renting one of these. I can tell you that now. It's impressive. You get your own villa in a beautiful park. Yeah, I mean, the grounds here are amazing. There's staff shooting around on motorbikes and in cars all day, keeping the place up together. If I was a little bit more money than what I have now, I literally would be staying in there, because to have your own villa here, which would be self-catering, I should imagine, and a hire car really would attract me. I can tell you that now. And they look good. There's bigger villas up there, but like I said, the park is currently under renovation and improvement, so I'm not going to film where they're renovating and where they're improving, because I want you to see the absolute sort of majesty of this place. I really am very impressed with it. So behind me, like I said, is one of the premier villas here. You're going to have to email them if you want to know if you can rent one of these. So it's the Aurora Resort Park in Khao Yai near Pak Chong, Thailand. You'll find it. They're on booking.com. I mean, the room I got for £25 a night, you've seen it. It's seriously plush, yeah? And your own villa here, I mean, it's quite something. I mean, you could actually sort of spend a long time here. But I will say, with this, it's a rural location, so you're going to need a car. You're going to need a hire car. Taxi is available. You've got to give them a call. This is not like Bangkok or Pattaya. Go out in the street and get on the back of a guy's scooter or in a taxi. You've got to do it like you would at home. If you're from the UK, it's like you would at home. You don't have a taxi out hanging about outside your front door, or at least I don't, and you've got to ring them. So it's the same deal here. Just a little bit of time. I can't get into the villa because it's locked, but they have offered me to look round one of the villas. This is on the sort of roof garden on the top of it, and this is the view that you're going to get from your roof garden of your villa, which is quite something. I mean, it's like something out of a movie or a kid's storybook. It literally is. I mean, it's not the jungle by any means, but it is seriously beautiful place, yeah. And sorry, I'm a bit out of breath because of the climb up the stairs. But like I said, I mean, the villas are huge. These are seriously big houses, yeah, and they're here for rent. The view you get from behind the villa, I mean, if you had a party of friends, you could entertain out here. You could, I should imagine, check in with them. You could barbecue out here. You can entertain out here. You could throw a party, as long as obviously it doesn't affect others, but you could get the beers in, you could get the food, get the barbecue going, little bit of music, and you got all your friends out here and have a ball. There are birds flying around here that look like magpies. They're not magpies. Do you know what a bird in Thailand is that looks like a magpie? It's got white on its wings. They're sort of black. They're not black. They're a sort of black charcoaly grey colour with white patches on their wings. But like I said, I mean, if I had the money, if I was from Hong Kong and I was Taipan, I would rent this. So I'm going to go downstairs now. This is like your sort of rooftop garden, your private area for entertaining and friends up here and this, that and the other. Yeah, I mean, there's a space to park your car, or if you've got a motorbike. I mean, if you've got one of these big motorbikes, I'm not sure, I've got to find out yet what cc of motorbike that I could drive. I drive a 125 at home, and would I be allowed to ride? I mean, I can ride, probably up to 650. I'd have something smaller, I'd have something like a 350 or a 500 here. A 350 would do me in Thailand. This is your downstairs area. It's got to be your breakfast area, this is, yeah. You have your breakfast out here in the cool of the morning, yeah? And then you go out onto, say you probably park around the back, and then you go out onto your front garden then. Unbelievable, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, probably a 350 would do me in Thailand, and with a 350 with some panniers on, they drive on the same side of the road as us, so there's none of this like when you go to Europe. So get in touch with them and say, you know, can I come and what's available, and they'll get back to you. But going back to me touring Thailand, I think it would be really cool, because if I could get hold of a 350, it's what you need to give you that bit of poke, isn't it? 125's okay, but you need that poke up the motorway. You need to be, I don't know what speed limit is here, probably something like, it's 50 on sort of major roads, that's kilometres an hour, it's about 40 mile an hour. And then it's maybe 70 on the motorway, I don't know. But if it is, you need that bit of poke with a 350 to keep you going at 70 up that motorway to get to Chiang Mai, which hopefully will be part of my next visit.
Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and until next time.